Hey, welcome back to another episode, or rather, a brand new episode of Let's Play Dead Cells. We're gonna play around with this game a little bit. I'm gonna apologize right off the bat here because, well, a few reasons. First of all, I played a bunch of Dead Cells. It's been a while, so I'll be out of practice. But more importantly, or maybe more noticeably, is I've never been a fan of playing with the controller, as strange as that may sound. I also haven't played a lot under this new system here with the new upgrades. Before it was just either you got an upgrade to your skills, your strength, or your health, question mark? I'm not sure. So I'm not used to all these color-coded things and how to best pace all that stuff out. So, oh, there we go. There's a skill. So it's going to be a lot of learning some new stuff. I understand the basics of it. Like I say, I played a bunch of it when it was first had that sort of round of popularity a few months back. Was it the summer even, maybe? I can't remember. When was Dead Cells really big? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I don't remember. But when it first kind of started to blow up, that's when I played a bunch of it. So it's been a while. I know they had a whole bunch of updates since I stopped playing. And my skill level is going to reflect that. I'm going to be clumsy. I'm going to hit. I'm going to all kinds of stuff. But that's not the main reason I'm apologizing. The main reason I'm apologizing is, look at that. It's always brutality seems to make the most sense. Let's spread it around. Let's give it to tactics. Sure, who cares? It may take a while for me to get some of these recording situations. Focus a critical hit. Yeah, I know that. Recording sorted out in terms of audio and all that stuff. And like I said, I also, that goes part hand in hand with the other thing I wanted to apologize for. The controller issue, right? Part of the reason why I'm on the controller now is because the clicking and clacking of the keyboard was just it was awful. Trying to I don't use shields. I've never used shields. Trying to record using the keyboard, you can hear the mouse click because that's how you use your primary and secondary weapons, is with the mouse clicking. You can hear the clacking of the space bar for jumping and the other buttons for on the keyboard. And how do I get down there? And yeah, it was not listenable. It was awful. It was just awful. So I'm gonna try with the controller a little bit and force myself to learn how to play this game with the controller. It's more the controller fault than the game, because the way the buttons are laid out, it just nothing feels natural, where I instinctively want, and I know, oh yeah, change the key bindings. Well, yeah, but I don't like sitting around. It takes a long time, and I don't know what I'm gonna want, what is natural, and so what am gonna want certain keys, buttons to do. I just know what doesn't feel natural at this moment, which is everything. Like right now, I'm pushing for that whip is the Y button, as you can see at the bottom, but it feels like I'm pushing like X. Like, for some reason, I seem to remember like old Super Nintendo had the X in the top right, and the Y in the bottom left. And that's really throwing me for a loop here. And the other thing is, A to me should be jump, and it's not. It's B that's jump, and it is A that's jump, but A and B are swapped. This is some kind of a Logitech controller here. I'm just trying to look down at it. The A is in the bottom. A should definitely be on the right. It's very strange. Maybe I'll just swap those around. That might end up saving me a whole lot of trouble. Because like I'm rolling, yeah, that's with what should be the jump button in my mind, and I'm jumping with what should be, I don't know what. But we're gonna sort it out. We'll figure it out. It's not your problem. It's my problem. It's not a you thing. It's a me thing. And we will make sure that we get past this. Because this is a great game, and I'm hoping more of what I'm going the easy way, obviously. Promenade of the Condemned. Like I said, I haven't played this a bunch in a long time. This is all new, a new layout too. I actually like this less. I never use bows either. Bows are so bad. Magnetic grenade, I guess. I don't know. I like the other system where it was laid out a little bit more horizontally as opposed to vertically. Mutations, I haven't played much around with these, but it looks like there's not really that many. So I don't know if we get more later. About 40% damage. Let's go with some brutality, sure. If we get more mutations later, I think you can unlock them. But yeah, this has been a challenging start here because of all the technical issues. Like, I can't window capture, I've got a display capture, and that's kind of freaking me out a bit. And I've got audio issues. I don't even know how the audio is going to turn out on this from a game sounds perspective. What in the world is this? An assassin's dagger. That sounds good. Now, I think in order for this blueprint to do me any good, I've got to make it to the next stage of life here. And I've been dying. After I reinstalled this game and started playing around with it, I've been dying on the promenade quite often. Embarrassingly so. I used to make it to, what was it, the old shanty village there, the sea. Although I do have my, I should be using that more often. This is an oil-based sword. Oh my god, this cooldown is horrible on this grenade. I have to do something about that. That's awful. Yeah, I've been dying here a lot, and it's because they've changed a lot of these models. Like these big guys here, I keep forgetting that these are now the guys that kind of phase in and out on you. And they were taking me to school quite a bit. They were taking me to school, schooling me, so to speak, on the art of dying. Because they never used to look like that. These big size guys are really new. All the enemies used to be roughly about the same size. And these phasing guys, and even these little artillery throwers, are different models than from when I first played. And so little things like that are just throwing me for a loop. Couple that with the controller, couple that with the... I used to like this, the death orb. I might want it in place of this thing. Yeah, sure, let's give it a shot. Money is so irrelevant, I find, in this game. So we'll just, we'll check this out. But yeah, I love the game. We're moving all away from Into the Breach, obviously. I actually sat down and started to record an Into the Breach episode because I thought we still had a run to finish. But we'd actually finished on a little brief introduction to the hazardous mechs there. And they just did not seem like fun to me. And I've kind of moved on from that game. And the video that just went up, the actual real-life time-lapse between it and when I actually recorded it, is so huge that, you know, I've moved on. I didn't play Into the Breach while there was a backlog, and so I kind of lost interest. And moving on to something, looking for something new. And what's old is new again, apparently, because we're back with some dead cells. So this should be interesting as I walk into those spikes. Is there going to be, like, an enemy ever? Oh, yeah. And these guys are really ticking me off, too. Oh, God, this is going to hurt. This is really going to hurt. He's going to phase all around me. Where did... oh, he got it. That was unintentional. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to die here. I got to do something about these cooldowns. There we go. The spinning orb of death. I love this thing. Oh, it shoots arrows in front of you. I didn't know that. I wondered why it was doing so much damage. I love this electrical whip thing because it's for killing those flying enemies. It's great. Just fantastic. I don't know what those arrows are. I'm getting a bunch of down arrows suggesting like some kind of a debuff or something, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting me that much. But there's definitely something there. Oh, yes. These free infantry grenade. Kind of like what I got going on. The nutcracker. Do I want to replace the whip with that? I don't know. This is giving me 113 damage. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we want to mess around with anything there, to be honest with you. Just want to move along, doggy. How do I see my map? Hello? There we go. I can go down there. Yeah, we'll go down. Check out what's going on. Things will get smoother, I promise. I have played enough, and I'm confident enough. This seems like a no-brainer in what I've played and what I've done before to say that, you know, the playing, my skills will get better. I just got to get used to it, get back into the groove of things here. I don't want any of these. No, I don't. Even though it throws a grenade, I want something to deal with those flying enemies. When we get into the next area, if I remember correctly, it there's a lot of area. There's a lot of what is that over there? There's some spaces that are just filled with those flying guys, and they're annoying as hell. So I want a way to deal with them, and this is a pretty good way. Self-targeting, set it and forget it kind of weapon. Was also, did I mention already? I was trying to, oh, you little son of a bitch. I was trying to fart around with changing file sizes, because a game like this was one thing. As much as I moved on from Into the Breach, the advantages from a recording perspective with that game. Oh God, come in the fire. There we go. Were many. Was replete with advantages, mainly because the file sizes were so small, and you know, I could get. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to talking and playing this game as well. The file sizes were so much more manageable. I could just dash through. Bad timing. I dashed through a whole bunch of episodes, recording video episodes, and in a session, and get them all uploaded, get them set to go, and very easily. And then it kind of spoiled me a bit. Holy jeez. I know you get the health back when you do damage in that grace period, but man, oh man, I'm doing a bad job of putting out damage here. Jeez, these guys. Yeah, the controls are catching up with me. It's all going downhill. It's all downhill from here. Extra health, extra damage. Like, it's always brutality. Like, how do you not go brutality? Like, it's got to be brutality, right? And I don't understand the color. Like, I understand that certain weapons and equipment have colors associated with them, but I don't understand the split. Like, if you look at the whip, it's like mostly red and a little bit of purple. Why is that? Is that because of the way the weapon itself, or is that because of the way? Yeah, I saw this before too. I can't get up here. Is that the weapon itself, or is that the way that I've set my skills? So that whip is now mostly red because I've taken mostly red upgrades. I'm not sure. One of life's little mysteries that we're gonna sort out. We're gonna try to come to some understanding with this game. These dummies can just go to hell too. Jeez. Another one. Getting upgrades all over the place. Like, how do I not choose? Like, I get 60% health is big, but It's just so one-sided as far as I can tell. But yeah, hopefully these file sizes, I did some changes. Hopefully everything turns out. This first video is going to be a major test. I'm not going to record a whole batch of you know, poorly optimized videos. Because the objective is to put out quality content. And if I can't have quality commentary, the least I can do is have quality. You know what I mean? Item, always like a free item. Ew, Frost Blast. It's a Frost Blast item, but enemies burn when they die. Go figure, eh? That's a strange one. I don't know. I know that there's a risk of getting too fixated on your current setup. But I like what we got going on here. I don't see a reason to change. At least not yet. I'm all for better weapons, but I'm just not seeing anything that's pulling me away from my current setup. But yeah, when I left off last time, like I was taking the ossuary path most often and going, you know, toxic sewers to the ossuary. I can't remember what the boss was. There was a final boss with like some eyeballs or something. I don't remember. I died a bunch. You know how it is. And I don't think I ever beat that boss, actually. Got to the point where like I was pretty slick in changing, going from run to run and going through that first stage, you know, pretty quick. And it was always kind of the same layout. It got a little tiresome. And eventually just, you know, seen all the items, used all the items, or at least what I thought was all the items. Used all the ones I thought were worth using. And got to a point where I was like, well, you know what? Yeah, the ossuary, I just don't have it in me. Got to the point where I was like, you know what? I think I've seen enough and I've played enough. God knows I played enough. And so I moved on. And I can't remember what game I went to from there, but started playing that instead. And then even after the updates came and went, I never came back to Dead Cells in any meaningful way. Oh, yeah, let's go for this Assassin's Dagger. Inflicts a critical blow when you backstab your enemy. I think we had that in a previous iteration of the game, didn't we? Another mutation. Cooldown. There we go. That's what we want. 50 bit damage. We're not really using deployed skills. Unless the rotating ring of death there counts as a deployed skill. I don't know. We're going for cooldown, though. I love a short cooldown. Oh, that's the wrong button. But yeah, so we're going to hopefully get back into this game in a meaningful way and make some real progress here. But I'm not going to lie, a lot of it is going to depend on file size and recording quality, like I said. The main thing I changed was I moved it from FLV files to MP4 files. And I don't know if that's going to make things bigger. I also changed the encoder based on some stuff very, very, very brief Google search, and those were the two main changes that came up for improving or you know, getting more manageable file sizes out of OBS. So hopefully the advice is true, and that's kind of a weird thing. I don't remember seeing that layout before. Chasm of Death below. Although if I remember correctly, if you fall in this game, it's not instant death. You just come back as if you've been hit, and yeah, our damage output is pretty bad. Especially if we can't be bothered to deal with the fire synergy. I probably didn't make that door. But yeah, we should be on the lookout for some higher damage at this point. What is this nonsense? Why is this a room to nowhere? Tell you what I could go for right now is some coffee. Coffee would be fantastic. I'm going to try to keep the video at around 20 minutes, so I don't think we'll make it to the end of the rampart, so I was hoping to make it to the next boss. Oh boy, what's the damage on this puppy? 144 as opposed to... Yeah, we only got 21. 21 damage. 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 21 dam Yeah, this one's also got arrows. Let's go with this. We're gonna be looking to move away from our oil sword anyway. And I have, it's a hard time for me to use the, what's the cooldown on it though? 10 seconds and 3 oh yeah, not even a contest. Try to move away from the fire oil synergy and start by getting a better grenade. It's just, again, look at this. I know, I'm going for it. I know it's crazy. We're up to 6 brutality, but just all the weapons, everything benefits from it. Oh yeah, look at that damage. That's some sexy damage. I like that a lot. So a new weapon, a new primary weapon would be nice. Oh, and of course now they're gonna tempt me with a better grenade. But no, I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna look out for a new weapon. I'm gonna look out. There must be a double jump or some type of a rocket jetpack technology that's out there, because that's 2 vertical chasms there that they want to tease me with being able to. Yeah, this right here is exactly why I kept the whip. Yeah, deal with those buggers. Is bugger a bad word? I really don't know. Not sure. But yeah, I mean, we got new game, got back into animating on screen. Spring is really sprung here, so it's kind of inspired me to think of new things and new ideas and try out new things. Like I said, coming up with a better vocabulary apparently isn't one of the new things. Although I think I've said before, I do have, honestly, in like my day-to-day life, I think I consider myself to have a pretty decent vocabulary. It's just, an elite. Start throwing down damage as much as I can on you. Got me good there. Wow, I was not paying attention. That was close. And just as we said, looking out for a new weapon, there's a rapier. Like, I'm going for it. I guess it's the health that's going to end up. What is this going to be? Is this a red weapon? This is a red weapon, isn't it? 345, 312, controller criticals. There we go. We're going for it. I like the rapier anyway, because I do a lot of rolling. I like to roll behind people if I can remember the button that's for rolling and not die. And then here we go, as I just try to talk about how much I love this weapon and how excited I am for this new loadout we've got. I go ahead and die. So we're going to call it quits here. Hopefully everything is good and I can just click start recording again and go right into another video. If not, I'm going to have to mess around and try out some new settings and stuff. But that's my job. I'll do that on my end. And hopefully you like this series and come back for more. But until then, thanks very much. See you soon.